friends, this is Deanna with Teacher Created Materials. Did you know that there are over 1 million words in the English language? And did you also know that every year 10,000 new words get added? Words like Bitcoin or FOMO or digital detox, which is something my kids need to do after this first week of school quarantine. And in our English language, most of our words can be understood if you understand the Latin or Greek word root. So that's what we're trying to do right now because words matter and how you say words are very important. The meaning of words have a huge impact in our world, in our country, and in my home, teenager. So I went ahead and took a look at the word government, and the root word there is ment. And my kids took an opportunity to think of other words that had ment in there, including assessment, elementary school, payment, implement, government. So when we looked up what ment meant, it was the act of, or the state of, or the result of an action. So then we looked up govern. So govern means to direct, to rule, or to guide. And so we actually built a house over where we see government in our house, in our worlds. So this is an opportunity for us to explain to our kids, they are members and citizens of our homes. They are members and citizens of our cities, of our counties, of our states. As our different states have different guidelines on what we're supposed to be doing, we are citizens and patriotic Americans, and we are global citizens. So we are doing things right now to protect the world. And in our house, we are a faithful house. So we also discuss that and what governs our faith and our beliefs and guides us. So we thought it was fun to play a little bit with the idea of government and talk about the different ways that people are lawful or unlawful. So this is a word ladder, and I'm going to ask my office to go ahead and post it as well. But I wrote down some different words. It's anywhere from authorized, legitimate, permissible, all the way down to disorderly, teenager, unruly, and rebellious. And just this week, they closed our pier here in Huntington Beach, and how people handle that news, we could take a look as, are they thinking it's permissible? Do they think it's uncontrollable? Do they think they need to be rebellious and go there anyway? It's a really interesting opportunity to take these words and put them up around our house so that when your own little house government, and that means that people are not following the rules of your house, you can go to them and instead of losing your mind, like we all are doing sometimes, you can tell them you don't like their unruly behavior or their rebellious behavior. And you can even have a house election. Do you know that this is the 100th year that women are getting the opportunity to vote in the United States? So let your ladies vote, let your boys vote. I'm throwing out that you have to be 18. However, I'm not so sure everyone's vote will count the same. But if my kids do vote that instead of first thing in the morning they want to do their work, they want to do it in the afternoon, I might give them some leeway depending on how they perform with what it is that they're trying to do. So that's my daily update. I don't know if it's even daily. That's my update for today on something that you can do with words to then talk about how your words are really important. And just because we have the right to say every single thing that we think does not give us the permission to say everything that we think. If you look at the word root co for cooperative, for companies, for considerate, it means with and together. So we need to cooperate. And more importantly, if you look at the root word behind unite, it's UNI, and it means one. And we are one world, and we are one country, and we are a bunch of mamas and dads and teachers that are trying to reach our kids during something that's unprecedented, that we've never done before. We can get upset and we can get scared about it, or we can take the lessons that kind of naturally go to what it is that's happening right now. Can you set up a government in your house? Can you set up actions to rule by, to guide by? Can you, over time, even let it evolve. If you want to get crazy about it, you can take the preamble to the Constitution, we the people of the United States, and you can say, we the family of, and put your address. And in order to form a more perfect household, a more harmonious life while we are quarantined in these houses, figure out what your rules are. So write your own constitution and then see if you think the 1 or 5 or 10 amendments that you come up with last the test of time. Are they like our founding fathers, where you can take what was written way back when and it keeps evolving and it keeps anchoring into who we are as a country? Or did you miss it? And then at the end, this is very important, you can talk about John Hancock. So John Hancock is one of the founding fathers that signed our preamble to the Constitution. And because of it, that's why when we write our signature, people say, that's your John Hancock. So you can have all of your kids and you and your family do their John Hancock on your preamble and your Constitution that you are writing for your own home government. Anyways, that's my idea. I'm sorry this is super long, but I get super excited when education and learning connects with what we're doing right now. Mamas, don't fret. I know that everybody's wanting to do homeschool, and I'm going to try to keep putting up ideas on things that we can do at home, but don't try to be the teachers. There is a science of reading. Yes, let me say it again. There is a science of teaching reading, and not all of us went to school for it. So let's just make sure we're reading. If you read a book every single day to your littles, they will have exposure to so many more words than they get by watching TV, by watching YouTube, by watching, I don't know, whatever it is that they're watching. So reading actually is what is getting that vocabulary into their brains. Let them read themselves. Let them choose what they're reading. It's fine. If they want to reread something, that's fine. If they find something they're passionate about, let them read it again and again and again and again. And if you have ones that don't read yet, read to them. And you can read them your books. You can read them magazine articles. You can read them different pieces of their older siblings' books. You can reread the books that you read to them when they were little. Those are fun. All of my kids will come in and listen to that. So that's my update for today. I hope that you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you later.